offense gets set to take over. They'll need to get the play off quickly. On first down, Tannehill. He'll set up the screen to Drake. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Gets through, and now an opening. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kenyon Drake, 64 yards. And the Dolphins are going to take a first quarter lead. We thought they may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. So now here come the Dolphins. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field. Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Here's Tannehill now on second down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And it's third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. An update from Buffalo. It's the Bills with an early lead over the Jets. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. So possession 1 ended in 6. Possession 2 likely going to end in a punt.
And that's okay. They've just got to get back to what they worked on in the opening drive and continue to make a few adjustments along the way. It won't be exact because the defense will make a few adjustments themselves. Just get back to your game plan.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go. Right now, we're all even. It's a tie game as we drop you back in and the offense gets set to take over. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Play action. It's Tannehill. And this one complete to Julius Thomas. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Face mask. Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Right back to Drake. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
On 2nd down, here's Tannehill. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Tannehill to Landry. Good for a Dolphin 1st down. On 1st down, Drake. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7. Tannehill. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Tannehill with a hook up to Thomas for a Dolphin 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the 1st half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. To throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. And this is going to be incomplete. Landry the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And this is going to be incomplete. Now Cody Parkey out to try the field goal. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. And Parkey's kick is good. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. So they surrendered 3 points, and now after the kickoff, this offense gets ready to take over the football. The play clock's running down. Just beating the play clock now. It's Tannehill. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off right around the 43. And they will set up shop. So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. Reminder that later tonight we'll see the Giants and Cowboys battle in Dallas. Seems like they're always playing in week 1. And then on Monday night, a doubleheader. Adrian Peterson, his first game with the Saints. He's already back in Minnesota to play the Vikings. And then a 10-20 start on the East Coast. It's the first game for the L.A. Chargers traveling to Denver.
A nice AFC West matchup.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Tannehill. He's going to go for a big play downfield. It got his man complete. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kenny Stills, 77 yards. And the Dolphins strike quickly here for 6 points. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats?
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. And out come the Dolphins now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. A reminder coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Larry Ridley in Orlando for highlights and analysis of our first half.
LR, that's my man.
That's your guy. He's going to look deep now for Landry. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Back to the air, Tannehill on second down. Catch here, left side, Thomas. Dropped at the 35, but he was able to display the agility there. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
To throw is Tannehill. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, fourth down.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown 1 interception. Almost threw a second one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
And this one is right down the middle. And they double them up here. That makes our score 20-10. The Jets now up over the Bills. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Tannehill on first down. He's going to let this one go deep. He's got a man complete. A big play there just before halftime. 55 yards.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
So we've reached halftime here on opening. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical.
And nothing but daylight ahead. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kenyon Drake, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins head on to their lead. Third quarter action, and this offense will have a 1st and 10 as they get set for the next drive. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Tannehill now to throw. Incomplete. He was looking to get it to Parker again, and it's 3rd and short. But not to get too overcritical there, because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
On 3rd and short, Drake. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
From this vantage point, they've got the lead here. So for me, That'd be enough to go ahead and punt the football and let my defense defend the long field.
If you go for it, you don't get it, then you really put your defense in a tight spot.
Yeah, but we never know what people ultimately will decide to do here on 4th and inches.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They're going to go. It's Tannehill. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Tannehill now, the option left. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Tannehill now, the option left. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And he checks this one down to Williams. The 20. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
After that nice game there, for the rest of the game, the defense is going to have to respect the running backs as passing threats as well. Not just play them strictly to run the football. They may be able to get downfield and catch it too.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Damian Williams from 8 yards out. And the Dolphins are able to... Well, their defense did the job. They got the turnover on downs. Now what can the offense do as they take possession? The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. There have been no struggles here for this crew. I mean, they were up double digits at halftime, and they've just expanded that here in the second half.
And it appears there are no answers from the defensive side. I think right now, if I'm the coordinator, if I'm down on the field, if I'm wearing a hat, I've already thrown it. If it's a visor, it's sailed, right? My game plan is down by my feet right now because nothing I've drawn up appears to be working.
Well, he's going to have to find something right now to stop this offense. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And, oh, a good hit there and knocked down hard. 11 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They'll run it here with Smith. Needs before he's brought down at the 6. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. For the Dolphins, they'll be building up those frequent flyer miles the next month or so. Week 2, they're at the Chargers in the debut of the StubHub Center, then at the Jets, then they fly to London to face the Saints in Week 4. Finally then, back to Miami to host, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenny Stills, already his 2nd touchdown. We are in the 4th and final quarter as the offense will have the football starting this drive 1st and 10. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. Now Williams. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins 1st down. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
They run it again with Williams. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. Time for a break. This one all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Tannehill going to throw it. And And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Dolphins on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 8. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. Look at the dance and the juke. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. This run defense was a weakness last year toward the bottom of the league, and early returns not good here this year.
And that's too bad because you and I both know that when you have something that's a weakness from your team the year before, you spend a lot of time out in the offseason, whether it's personnel, adjustments in scheme, all of those things. So that's got to be disheartening to start off the season this way.
They are in the 4th in Buffalo. The Jets continuing to pour it on. They're opening the lead up even further. A win would be their first of the young season. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. They'll run it now to Smith. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call the game.